Hey, what's going on guys? It is Needle. In today's video I'll be explaining for you guys what the best dead zone sensitivity possible for you guys is on controller Fortnite. Now, I got a lot of comments on my video yesterday when I was explaining how to find your perfect sensitivity. I didn't include the dead zones. That is completely my fault. So I'm just going to make a quick little video just explaining the best way to find the best dead zone for your controller, because it is going to vary for everyone. Dead zones can be kind of confusing, so I'll try my best to explain it in the most simplest terms right here. So make sure to listen up. This is the most important part. So for dead zones, think about it like this. The lower your dead zone is, the less force and less actual push you have to put onto your thumbstick to make it move. Meaning which, it's just easier to move it in general. It's going to be faster when you have it on a lower dead zone. It's going to be a little bit quicker to respond, and that way you can hit a little more faster shots, a little bit flickier shots, compared to where if you had a higher dead zone, think of your thumbstick as being harder to move. You have to put more force into it the higher your dead zone is, which just makes it a little more sluggish, a little more clunky to move around. This is for the left stick and the right stick. It's just overall not going to feel as smooth and as instant as it would with the lower dead zone. With that being said, I am going to suggest that you want to run a lower dead zone. Personally, I have mine at 0.08 for my PS4 controller that I use, but make sure to listen up because this is very important. For dead zones, it's really weird because it's going to depend on just how the overall use of your controller has been. So if you've been using your controller a lot and there's a lot of wear and tear on it, then you probably can't run that low of a dead zone just due to the fact that you have some thumbstick wear and tear on it. So what you need to do then is go into creative and just start moving around with your dead zone. First of all, you're going to want to put at the lowest it can be for the left and right. So on controller, I think it's going to be 0.05 is where you're going to start at. Most of you guys won't be able to use 0.05. I can't use 0.05, but what you can do from there is just put 0.05 on and then start moving around with your right stick, and what you'll be able to do is tell if you get drift or not. And what drift is basically when you move your thumbstick to the left or the right, what it'll do is start spinning and moving on its own, basically just having a mind of its own, moving on its own, just due to the fact that your thumbstick is a little bit older and it's just not really detecting that you're not moving it. So what you need to do is keep moving it up and up and up and up until you find what the lowest dead zone you can run is without getting any drift where it's moving across your screen for you. Now, keep in mind, that's basically the gist of dead zones right there, but I'll hop onto the game right now and actually show you my settings and kind of explain it a little bit further and why I use 0.08. Okay boys, so I've loaded up in creative now. Now let me demonstrate what a low dead zone would look like where it's too low to the point where you're going to get drift, like I was just mentioning. So right now it's 0.09 on the left, 0.08 on the right. Let me put it on 0.05 and start moving. Let's see if I do get any drift. Well, it looks like for this controller, I actually do not get any drift where it's going to be moving on its own. I'm still in complete control. So with that being said, I'm probably going to stick to 0.05. But what it would look like is basically, let's say I would start moving to the left like this pretty instantly, and then it would just keep slowly going like this even when I'm not touching it. Keep in mind I am touching it right now, but that's just the drift, the gist of how drift works. So keep that in mind as you're trying to figure out the best dead zone for your controller. Other than that though, keep in mind, you just want to have the lowest possible, and the next thing I do want to cover is a little bit of how aim acceleration works on the thumbstick. So you see how I'm just standing still right here. So what I'll do right now is I'm going to put my left stick up, and you see how it takes that little giddy up to start running? Look at the feet right here on my soccer skin, look at her. So when she starts running, it takes like a little second before you get in a full sprint, right? Think of your aiming is the same way. So on the left stick, when you start running, you're holding your left stick up, and it takes a little second before it starts fully accelerating, and you can't go at the full speed. This is just how acceleration works. If you guys know how cars work and driving a car, if you go slam on the gas pedal right now, you're not going to go 60 right away. You're not going to go max speed right away. It takes a little bit to warm up, and that's how aiming on the thumbstick works too, which is actually really unfortunate just because it's going to put you at a little bit of a disadvantage because it's really hard to get it started up because it's going to be a little inconsistent. So the same thing works for the left stick and the right stick with aiming. So you probably want to have it lowest on both, like I've been saying. This way you don't have to put as much force into your thumbstick to get to start moving. So keep that in mind that this can affect your aim a little bit, but in general though, my rule of thumb is try to have it as low as possible, as comfortable as you can get with having it be that low. I know a lot of you guys, it's going to be hard to put it on 0.05. I'm going to keep messing around with it and keep trying it, but keep in mind, the lower your dead zone is, the better, the more responsive, and the faster it is. That's all from me guys. Hopefully you guys did take something away from this, you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like on the video. I will see you guys later. Peace boys.